Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning. What's your full name?
Good morning, my name is Salma Sabila.
Can I see your identification, please?
Yes, of course. Here is my student ID. My name is 21023-507, and I am from the Political Sciences program class of 2023.
Let's talk about emotion. How do you usually deal with stress?
I usually deal with stress by talking some quiet time for myself. I like to listen to music, journal my thoughts, or go for a short walk. These activities help me calm down, clear my mind, and regulate my emotion. Sometimes I also take a break from social media to avoid unnecessary pressure.
Do you think you're good at managing your own emotion?
I think I am getting better at managing my emotion. I'm not perfect, but I learned to recognize my feelings and respond more calmly. I try not to react impulsively, especially when I'm sad or overwhelmed. Emotional control is something I keep improving day by day.
Whom do you whom do you usually talk to when you feel strong emotion, like angry, sad, or excited?
Mm, when I feel strong emotion, I usually talk to my close friend. She listens without judging and help me look at things from a more positive perspective. Sometimes when I don't want to burden anyone, I talk to myself through journaling, which also help release my emotion.
What do you do to stay emotionally healthy?
To stay emotionally healthy, I try to maintain balance in my daily life. I take breaks, prioritize self care, avoid toxic environment, and surround myself with supportive people. I also try to think positively and set boundaries to protect my mental well being. Okay, one emotional experience that truly shocked me happened during a past relationship. It was when I found out that my partner had been cheating on me. At that moment, I felt completely broken, confused, and disappointed. It happened about a year ago, and the impact was very deep because I trusted that person so much. What caused the emotional shock was not only the betrayal itself, but also the way I found out. I discovered the truth accidentally through message, and it made me feel like everything I believed in was suddenly falling apart. To improve my emotional stage, I try to focus on healing myself first. I took some time alone to process my feelings instead of pretending to be okay. I talked to my close friends who support me and help me stay strong. I also reduce my time on social media because saying too much negativity made me feel worse. Slowly, I began doing things I enjoyed, like journaling, listening to calming music, and spending time with positive people. From this experience, I learned several important lessons. The biggest one is that my emotional well being should come first. I also learned that trust is valuable, and once it's broken, it takes a long time to rebuild. Most importantly, I realize that healing takes time, and it's okay to put myself first and set boundaries to protect my emotional health. I believe emotional health is just as important as physical health. When our emotions are unstable, it affects our sleep, our ability to focus, and even our physical energy. Emotional problem can also lead to stress, anxiety, or unhealthy habits. On the other hand, when our emotional health is stable, we can make better decisions, communicate well, and maintain healthier relationships. So, both emotional and physical health must be taken care of equally. Many people find it difficult to express their emotion because they are afraid of being judged or misunderstood. Some grow up in environment where emotions were not discussed openly. Others may have experienced trauma, which makes them feel unsafe sharing their feelings. In today's digital world, people also tend to hide their true emotion because social media encourage perfection, not honestly. This makes emotional experience even more challenging. Yes, absolutely. Schools should teach emotional intelligence because students often struggle with stress, pressure, friendship, and identity. If school teach students how to manage emotion, communicate effectively, and build empathy, it will help them become more confident and emotionally stable. Emotional intelligence is not only useful in school but also in personal life and future careers. Social media can have a very strong impact on emotional well-being. On one hand, it helps people connect with others, but on the other hand, it often creates toxic environments. People compare themselves to others, receive negative comments, and feel pressure to look perfect. Exposure to online drama, rumors, and cyberbullying can also damage someone's mental state. That's why it's important to set boundaries and use social media wisely.